can see the branches twist and glide. One small
Alright, good evening to myself and good morning to Xoara and the rest of my band class. My name is Aiden McLeod, and for my music artist research project, I had the amazing opportunity to sit down with an incredibly talented independent artist, Xoara Sol.
Hello.
Hey Xoara, how are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you.
Alright, so, depending on if you know him or not, so the reason I did it in interview format is because Xoara Sol is actually a independent small creator. He's a small music creator, and as I did with my previous project, my goal really is to introduce, my band class to more niche music artists with different styles of music, different genres, and get you immersed in different, just styles in general. So in this interview, we'll be talking about his music, creative process, inspirations, and more. And I'm really excited to share this conversation with you. And again, Xoara, I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you as well.
All right, let me go over to my questions. All right, so what's the story behind your artist name, Xoara Sol?
So the name has existed for quite some time, even though I've only started using it recently. So my first name would be Xoara, which is derived from the word soar, which I also associate with the element of freedom, air, and my last name, Sol, is sun in Latin, and I associate that with my connection to the cosmos and my spirituality.
Okay, nice. And so Xoara Sol isn't your, common everyday name, correct? You have another name that you should go by, which you don't have to say it, but...
I mean, my friends do use my real name, but from time to time I do use Xoara as well for my friends. It depends on the mood.
So you're kind of becoming the identity of your online, presence. Kind of similar. Honestly, if people call me Aiden or if they'll call me Chris based on my online username, I'll respond either way.
Same with...
It doesn't really matter. It's kind of interchangeable. So, what kind of genre of music do you like to create, and have you created so far?
So, I would say it's definitely a very, very alternative style. I cannot quite put it into one specific genre, but I would say it's a good mixture of multiple types of genres. I take inspiration from many different artists. But if I had to put my music in known genres, or at least try to put them into groups, I would say most frequently I do synth pop and dark wave, inspired by the 90s as well, and a touch of soft rock. Okay, just a touch.
So, and you said you draw some inspirations from other creators. What are some popular creators or 90s music that, you said, that you kind of draw inspiration from?
So right now, my big influences would be Billie Eilish, Poppy, and Lady Gaga. But then also when it comes to 90s, even 80s, definitely, I'm gonna have to go with Queen, specifically Freddie Mercury.
Okay, nice. That's wonderful. Yeah, I kind of get that vibe from you. I didn't notice it until now when you said it, but yeah. So, which of your songs means the most to you personally, and why?
Okay, well, that's a great question. I would definitely say Twist and Blur. It is not only the most personal to me, but also describes me as a person the most.
Okay, nice. And so, I think attached to this video, we will be playing the instrumental soundtrack of Twist and Blur. And in the intro and outro, though, I think I'm going to try to do the full version with vocals and stuff. So, but over the course of the interview, we're going to be putting Twist and Blur's instrumental below. For me, mentally, it's below the video. But so when it comes to your lyrical process, do any of your lyrics come from real life experiences, dreams, or maybe something else entirely?
So far, every lyric that I've ever written came from in real life experiences.
Okay.
Metaphor, it's up for the viewer to decide.
Okay, nice. So like, I suppose like when it comes to like what's kind of the story behind your first song, "Come Home"?
Come Home. Wow. Released in July 2023. Oh my god, that was almost 2 years ago now. Well, that song is basically about, in a short sentence, negligence and wanting to help a person that you're unable to help because they're not gonna listen to you. And that's also the person that is neglecting you. So it's kind of like from the viewpoint of the person being neglected by maybe a family member or a situationship. Whatever you can put the song into, whatever situation you can put the song into, it fits.
Okay, so you kind of put your emotion, your situations into your creative music writing process, which honestly is a great way to like really make people feel your music as opposed to just listening to it.
That is.
So do you? Is there any when you start a song with lyrics? Do you want to like start it with lyrics, melody, or a feeling of any sort?
I do tend to start with just the basic melody and then build my way up. So I actually don't know why the melody comes first, but that has been like this since I've released Come.
It just feels like what you like to do, like it feels right.
Yes, exactly. I think about what I'm experiencing at the moment, or if I'm writing a song for a specific situation that I'm, for example, not experiencing, I basically teleport my mind into that situation so that I can kind of feel out the emotions, kind of draw out how the situation actually feels.
Okay, nice. What's a lesser known detail or Easter egg in one of your songs that you wish more people noticed?
Well, I don't even know what to say to that question because there are many, many Easter eggs which are fairly hard to notice. I mean, obviously, I'm I'm a very small creator at the moment, so I don't expect people to notice. But what I would want them to notice is the leaks. I tend to reference upcoming songs in released songs a lot.
Okay, so I guess for your most recent song, "Smoke and Mirrors," are there any sort of hints or nods to what the next song is going to be?
Well, not the next song, but maybe the song after that. Actually, it really depends. I'm currently working on 2 projects right now, so I've yet to decide if it's gonna be the next song or not. But yes, there's a direct reference to an upcoming song.
Okay, nice. What sort of so we've talked about some of like your musical inspirations, but what kind of inspires you outside of music, like books, art, videography, like media, like song or other shows or movies and stuff?
Well, I think my biggest inspirations and also one of my biggest fans would be my parents and my friends. Outside of that, I tend to just sometimes sit in front of my little shrine filled with stones and statues and just look at the stones and then kind of like come up with stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of how it happens.
Okay, nice. Let's see here. What's the best message or reaction you've gotten from a listener before?
So I think the best reaction I've ever gotten is having Twist and Blur being played 10 times in one day by a specific person. That really shocked me on a very positive level. I did not expect anyone to like the song that much, especially because the song, at least when it comes to, my friends, it wasn't very well liked because of how weird and otherworldly it sounds. Not many people listen to that type of music, but the people that do, I think they love it.
Interesting. Okay, nice. Definitely don't need to talk about who was replaying that song 10 times in one day.
Yeah, I don't even know who that was.
Yeah, beyond me. um, what's something that you're working on now, though, that you're really excited about?
Oh my god. So I'm working on two singles. The first one is being referenced in Smoke and Mirrors, but the second one is going to be a single that belongs in an album.
Okay, nice. So kind of like I know a music artist. And he goes by Stellar. He kind of did a whole thing where he was releasing songs as singles, and then eventually, it was kind of realized eventually that it was all one album that it was being tied in together as. So
I would say
I think it's
that
kind
I'm
of
taking.
I think it's kind of cool when artists do that. So like you can start to piece together the story slowly, but then eventually at the end you view the whole picture as one thing.
Hmm.
Um, So this is kind of a hypothetical question. So if you were able to collaborate with any music artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Wow. Oh, that's a really good question. I mean, I would go for my all-time favorite singer, and that would be Billie Eilish for sure.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So you think, yeah, that'd be really cool, actually. Um,
It's definitely a dream that I have often.
um, I just have a couple more questions. I know we're already running into 12 minutes in a moment, but if you were to notice a fan of yours going through something difficult, like a difficult period in their time or in their life, what song do you think you would, I guess, like if you're in that situation, you would recommend them to listen to help like be like, hey, other people feel this way, and maybe this music can help kind of visualize what you're feeling.
Mhm. I mean, it really depends on what the person's feeling. I have, well, excluding Twist and Blur, because Twist and Blur is more about the cosmos and the spirituality, but the other four songs definitely relate to in real life experiences. One is more metaphorical than the other, but if, of course, since I'm still small enough, maybe I can kind of draw out what the person is exactly feeling and use it as direct inspiration for an upcoming song. I would definitely make a song not only acknowledging everything that might be going on, but also throw in empowering bits to remind the person that it's not permanent. Whatever they might be feeling that's bad or negative, it's never permanent.
That's awesome. So a lot of your music is like trying to pinpoint, situations that could be emotionally, physically, or mentally traumatizing to a person, and trying to help them like create music that may be able to help them out of that situation.
That is true, yes.
All right, I think probably the last question is: do you have any sort of like props or previews of anything from previous or future songs you could show us today?
Excellent last question. So I do have something that I can show you. Is you know the cover of Twist and Blur, right?
Yep, I'll go ahead and pop it up right now, and then it'll fade away.
So it is actual painting. It's not just digital. It's a painting that I made.
Okay,
I
nice.
I think back in August of 2024, and this symbol right here not only belongs to Twist and Blur, but also to my soul in a way. I've also got this symbol tattooed on my middle finger,
Nice,
so you
nice.
can connect to everything truly is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have any final remarks about your music or maybe you as a person? Um, I know it's kind of different. So, like, obviously when we first met, we were always telling each other things that would kind of like culture shock us because you live in Europe and we live over here in the US, obviously.
Two vastly different words indeed, yeah. I guess what I would want to say is if you like weird and alternative stuff. If you like space, if you like alluring and generally interesting, strange instrumentals and songs, you might like some of mine. And as from as me as a person, there's not a lot that I can say at the moment. I mean, I'm gonna introduce more of myself in the future, maybe in music videos.
Okay, nice, awesome. Well, I won't keep you much longer. I know it's late for you. I would like to again thank you so much for your time, and hopefully this, this is adequate enough. All
Thank you
right,
so much as well.
all right. Thank you.